Hey, it's Carl with Electric Bike Blog, Electric Tree Farmer. I'm here to talk about propagating black currants. And so, in about 2 hours, I'm trying to cut and propagate over 500 black currants. And uh, basically, it's kind of an amazing plant in that it's super easy to plant and it produces tons and tons of berries, and it'll grow in the shade or in the sun. So what I'm doing is I'm planting it here on my property about every 15 feet in between chestnut trees, which are also spaced about 15 feet apart. So every 7.5 feet there's going to be a tree or a bush. And I'm not even marking with flags. I'm just going to stick these little twigs in the ground and see if they come up. You can see all the black currants that I propagated. I put in my pickup truck and I kind of push mulch up against the bucket so they don't fall over when I'm four-wheeling around. And basically, when the black currants go to sleep is the time to do the cutting. You can cut about 1/3 of the bush away. And then when you cut what you're going to plant, you want to get, I don't know, 6 to 8 inches. And you want to make sure you have some live buds at the end. So you can see this piece right here. Pretty much anything that's green will work. And you're really looking for, what I do is look for kind of first, second year growth. The third year growth isn't really going to propagate all that well. So something like this part of the branch is dead here, but this part is alive. So when you bury it, you want to just leave 2 buds up, and that'll make the new plant. And basically what I do is I just take a screwdriver, stick it in the ground, and then stick this in the clay and just make sure that there's 2 buds sticking up. So you can do this in the greenhouse. We've propagated these in the greenhouse about 100, 150 at a time, with about a 93% take rate, 95% take rate. But the problem is that you have to dig them up and then replant them. So these I'm just going to plant right up on the hill here, and I'm doing about 5,000 trees, mostly chestnuts, and they're on 15-foot spacing. So I'm going to plant these about 7.5 feet in the midway between all the trees. So black currants are pretty amazing because deer don't really eat them that much. They browse them a little bit, but they'll produce more fruit in full sun, but they'll also produce quite a bit of fruit in the shade. So this will be a good thing to put in, and I'm not even going to flag them. I'm just sticking the pieces in the ground, and within 5-10 years they're going to be huge bushes. So here's a look at some of the cuttings that I have that I'm planting. Some of them, like, that's garbage. This one is pretty small, but it might actually grow, so I'll probably plant it. And some of them are weird, like this one, it's got 3-year-old growth on the center, but it's got a bunch of buds. So if I stick it in the ground, and as long as that is above the ground, it'll probably take. So stuff like that, it's pretty small, but I still plant it, just, you know, leave a little bit out of the ground. If you cut stuff that's not green, you can see there it's black, that's garbage. And this one as well, it's just there's no green, it'll never grow. So here you can see these are the chestnut stakes, and down there the short tubes are for hazelnuts. And so in between every one of these stakes there's a black currant just stuck in the ground. So this took me a little bit longer than I thought it would because the ground was frozen. It took me about 3 hours. Turns out there was about 800 there, and I just used the screwdriver to poke through the frozen ground and then stick the branches in. Thanks so much for watching, and I hope you subscribe.